Happy day 23. And today I want to talk a little bit about what was going to be a leadership trend coming into 2019. And if you read the article by Inc.com, they said the number one thing that was going to be important in 2019 was that leaders learn to lead different generations. Really? We've been doing that for a long time. So I'm not sure what sector they might have been talking to, but as I think about my career, I've never had less than probably 2 or 3 generations working at one time, and have had as many as 6 generations working at one time within my employ. So when you think about that scope, I never would have realized that was going to be a thing. Then it made me think back though, right? Because, all right, the reason why they say you need to learn to lead different generations is because what society dictates many times is we become part of what's considered a mass consciousness. That's where your beliefs are in line with what society or your culture says that they should be. Let's talk some stereotypes. Millennials, they say millennials will always be late, that they are late, they don't respect time, and this is just simply not true. I'm sure there's probably millennials out there that don't necessarily value punctuality. But as I think about people that I've worked with and work with, I've got millennials that are incredibly more punctual than some baby boomers that I have. So if I believed in mass consciousness, I would look at millennials and say, oh, they're going to be late, so we have to talk about that. Probably 5 or 6 years ago, I had a friend, works for a really big organization, and they were struggling with communicating with millennials as they were coming into the workplace. So they hired a consultant, and I can't make this up. This consultant told them that millennials are going to be late and that you have to hold their hand and help them learn not to be late. Okay, what did that look like? They were telling these managers that they needed to set alarms to call these team members in the mornings to make sure they were going to get up on time to get to work. That would mean if you've got baby boomers or Generation X or Generation Y and they're going to oversleep, you're supposed to call them and wake them up? Absolutely not. I think the biggest bridge of communication across generations is, one, not to couple them all together and act like when they were born determines how they're motivated. And 2, determine what your table stakes are as a leader. If punctuality is a table stake, meaning that you have 0 tolerance for somebody being late, then be crystal clear about that. And guess what? Whether they're 25 or 65, they're going to get to work on time or you're going to let them go. You just have to clearly communicate. You know, and I mentioned millennials versus baby boomers. Time being a value has to do a lot with our upbringing, just in general, but not necessarily your age group. It could do with your culture, your society in regards to how you view that. So what I would say when it comes to learning to lead multiple generations is learn your people. And then you determine what is and isn't going to be tolerable on your part, because you gotta flex. You know, leadership is being flexible, and make sure that you appreciate what matters to them. Because if it's all just about you as the leader and what's important to you, guess what? You'll get compliance, but who in the world is gonna commit to you if you don't believe in them and care about them too? So I hope this was helpful. We'll probably have some more conversation around this another time. But guys, just treat them as humans, ask them what matters to them, determine what matters to you, and lead that way. Have a great day.